So today I want to talk about what it means to have a product that you want to make and sell. But before we get to that, you need to figure out what you want to make and sell. And what I want to call this is a vehicle. So everybody that sells things and sells products and services and all that, they have something that someone wants to buy or spend money on. And that one thing that, or well, multiple things, those are vehicles. So if you look at, if you look at companies, they're not in business just to sit around and collect people's money without giving value or exchange for that money. They have something that they exchange for that money, which is the vehicle. And that is one of the hardest things about having a business and having a product is coming up with a marketable vehicle that you can make and sell. So to figure that out, what you want to make and sell, look at your capabilities, look at your skills, look at your experiences, and try to think about what you can make with what you have. So, say for instance, if you've got a Cricut machine and you've got a computer and you're pretty good at drawing, look at the market, see what's out there, maybe stickers or maybe something to sell at birthday parties, cards, or maybe cake toppers or something like that. So look at your capabilities, look at your availability, your skills, and start to test things out. And that will become your vehicle if you stick to it. That's another aspect to becoming an entrepreneur, someone who sells products or services, is sticking to it. You're going to have two thoughts. Right when you come up with an idea, you're going to have a quick thought that says, yeah, that's exciting. I can do that. I'm going to make this much amount of money. And slowly, you're going to have this other voice, which is a lot slower, a lot more logical, and it'll start to doubt what you came up with. So you're going to have the second voice come and say, well, I don't have the money to buy the materials, and I don't know if I have the time because I work full time. And so you're going to have these two competing thoughts. Um, to combat that, always think towards the positive because us as humans, we're going to look towards the negative always. We're going to always doubt ourselves. We're going to doubt our products. We're going to doubt the market. But what you got to keep in mind is if there's a market, someone is selling it, right? If not one, many people are selling what you're trying to sell, what you came up with. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt the product. Don't doubt the market. Definitely do your due diligence and look at um, different marketplaces, Amazon, Etsy, whatever else you want to sell your product to, and make sure there is, enough volume there to justify your time and your effort and the material that you put into it. So one problem I had was I saw something on Amazon and I thought, oh man, I can make that. And then my second thought came in, well, it's going to cost too much money. And so I was a little bit too positive on it. And I ended up making this product. I sold a few of them, but it was harder than I thought to sell a lot of them. So I kind of gave up on it. And had I continued and actually pushed harder, advertised better, learned more about sales and marketing a little bit better, I think it would have been more successful. And I do plan on continuing this specific product later on. There's another product that I'm working on currently that I'm more excited about. But again, I had to encourage myself after discouraging myself, and just to keep going, because you go through life, you got your emotions, and you start to doubt things because you've got limited time to do stuff. You're tired when you get home from work, and you just don't want to do it after a while. But that's where winners and losers start to show themselves. Those who come home and make excuses like, oh, I'm too tired, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later, I'll do it in a couple days, I'll do it on the weekend, you start to push it back. And the winners are the ones who don't make excuses. They say, I'm going to do it and I'm going to stick to it. And they push through it no matter how hard it is, because you'll be surprised if you push through it and you actually accomplish that, you'll be successful. Just don't give up. Keep pushing hard. And like I said at the beginning, find a vehicle. Find something that you're passionate about, something that you can see yourself making and selling, and do your due diligence, see if there's a market out there, and encourage yourself. If someone else can do it, you can do it.